Hey Teach Now cohort, I am Hillary and I'm going to be talking with you guys about a little first grader. His name is JC for all confidentiality purposes, and I am going to be doing a case study on JC, and my main concern and issues that I will be presenting you guys today is about his behavior issues. So just a little background information. JC is a 6-year-old student. He is in the 1st grade. He is Caucasian, and primary language spoken at home is English. He lives with both his biological mother and father. JC also has a younger brother who is 4 years old and attends a local pre-K program. JC's brother will be attending SAIL for kindergarten for the next calendar year for 2019 and 2020. And JC attends SAIL. That's the current school that he attends, and he also attended kindergarten here last year. SAIL is School for Arts Infused Learning, so therefore we have at our school, we have drama, we have ballet, we have languages, we have art, we have music, and we have humanities classes that are all of our children are immersed in, and we also have co-teaching that is required, that we have to do so many co-teaching hours with incorporating general ed teachers and also our fine arts teachers. So and also moving on, JC, he receives EIP, which is early intervention services for both math and ELA, and I am currently JC's EIP math teacher. Now, as you can see, I have 2 different columns, and the behavior concerns columns definitely outweighs the academic concerns, and we feel as though JC's teachers that his behavior issues affect his academic achievement. In other words, he's been identified as Tier 2 for ELA and Tier 2 for math. However, we believe that if he was a little more focused, if he was a little more on task, if he had a little bit more control of his impulses, then those issues with his academics would be less. He may not even be identified as Tier 2. So the main issue today that I want to talk about is his behavior concerns, as you can see over here. And one, he cannot control himself in the classroom setting. He is constantly blurting out. He doesn't raise his hand for permission to speak. He won't sit down on his bottom. He's constantly roaming the classroom, even though that flex seating is available in the classroom. It is promoted all throughout the school, and there's bean bags, there's bouncy balls, there are scoop chairs, there are high desktop chairs that these children can sit at, even the younger grades. And this is something that we've tried with him, and it definitely doesn't work. He will get upset and he'll crawl under tables if he feels as though the assignment that he needs to complete is too hard for him, or if he can't achieve it, or if he constantly is feeling like he's going to miss out on recess or miss out on fun activities, then he will shut down and he won't complete assignments that are presented for him. One of his favorite phrases to say is, "But I'm trying my best." We always tell him, you have to give 100% effort, JC. Just do your very best. And he has kind of taken that to his advantage, and such as for like even a math paper for addition or subtraction, he'll just scribble down random numbers and he'll say, "But I tried my best." So these are certain issues that are very predominant in his behavior. So moving on, as you can see, this is a report for JC, and this is for EIP for his reading scores. So this is his current performance in his school benchmark. This is compared to other first graders in his class. And as you can see, his most recent test right here, it was done at the beginning of December 3rd, and he fell in the category where he needs intervention. And that's where his EIP services come in for both math and for ELA. These are just some of the instructional suggestions for Jeffrey. He still needs to work on print concepts, which is understanding letters in print and symbols and spoken sounds and words, and also phonological awareness, language such as vocabulary and how to use it properly in sentences. So this is just kind of an overlook of his academic foundations, which not necessarily is what I'm focusing on, but he's just right on the cusp, as you can see back here, from being intervention to on watch, which if he was on watch, then he would not have to be in EIP services. So he's right on the cusp. So we feel as though if his behavior got under control, then he would be able to excel much more in his academic endeavors. Some of the behavior modifications that we have tried this year with Jeffrey, we have tried flex seating, which I mentioned previously. We have tried an individualized behavior plan where JC has to bring a sheet throughout the week with him to EIP Math and EIP ELA, and also to his specials, his encore classes, and his Spanish classes. And if during that 45-minute time period, if Jeffrey has presented positive behaviors of listening and raising his hands and controlling himself, then he'll get a sticker. This is something that his general education classroom teacher had set up for him, and I believe she has some sort of reward system that if he has so many stickers at the end of the week, then he will be able to earn a prize. Also, there's been notes sent home. There's been classroom dojo participation where it encourages a class trip to the store with how many points you can buy certain things, as lunch with teacher, extra tablet time, more recess time, stuff such as that nature. One of the most recent or newest modification plans that we have implemented, and this is something that my mentor teacher and I have been trying in math, is behavior task cards. And you can see some that are right over here. These are just a couple examples that I use that I will hold up, and you can see that I did this in the past video for standards 4 and 5 video. But there's one that says quiet, hands down, look at teacher, or no, stop what you're doing, put your shoes back on, just wait a second, raise your hand. These are just some examples, and I feel as though that this has had a positive impact on Jeffrey, and it's something that I can use with the classroom as a whole too. And finally, there's been meetings with the mom, the general teacher, EIP teachers, and the RTI specialist. So what are some of the next steps? What now? Last year in kindergarten, JC's teacher had the same issues with him for his behavior issues. He would actually even run into the bathroom, and he wouldn't want to come out and participate in activities. And she actually requested, and she suggested to the mother, that he should have been retained for kindergarten, but mom did not agree with this decision, and so therefore she moved JC to the first grade. JC's first grade teacher scheduled a meeting with mom, the EIP ELA teacher, and the RTI school specialist, which is readiness for intervention. And the meeting did not go well. The mom did not receive the information as planned, and she got offended at the things that were being presented to her, and she felt as though she was kind of being pressured into getting her son tested for certain services such as ADHD or ADD. Just recently, this past Friday, JC's mom requested that her son, her current child in first grade, be removed from the current teacher's classroom, and is requesting to have another first grade teacher. So that's going to be taking effect on Monday. Also, JC's social interactions with his peers are suffering because students don't like his impulsivity, don't like how he throws tantrums. He doesn't play well with his peers. So here are some possible intervention strategies that I have come up with. I have thought about potentially having a behavior plan for his desk, such as the one that you can see to the right, where it says, I'm working for, and it could be something like with a Velcro pictures where it says tablet time, or candy, a treat, or music, or a snack, and then underneath it could have a paper clip where it clips and moves for each time throughout the day. That's something that I thought maybe there could be some resources given to the mom and dad, or the school counselor could reach out to JC. Maybe have a special seat just for JC, and possibly trying to put tape around his seat or his area and say, okay, this is your special place. You need to try to stay inside your special place. Or just continuous praise for when he's caught doing something good. So that is my case study on my little friend, JC. So if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas, I would love to hear from you. And some of the questions that I have presented are, what would you do with a student such as JC? How would you interact with mom who is resistant to help JC? And do you think JC should be retained in first grade? So thank you so much for your time.